excuses and no blame. Stepping up my game. I'm a groove school, yes I am. With groove I know I can. Read my master plan. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. Groove Nation inspires me to bust loose and break free. I'm dancing to my dreams, bursting at the seams. I'm feeling groove-alicious. Who knows who I am? 'Cause now is my time to have a groove state of mind. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving.
I'm grooving. Hey everybody. I always get so pumped when we have this song. I don't know. The lyrics are so, I have to say, so dumb, but it just gets me in the mood every time. All right, welcome GrooveCM Q&A live number 5. We are in the process of our launch. It's going really good. We are having a great feedback from our customers. A lot of people coming in to Groove, hopefully through your affiliate link. And yeah, everybody is getting into the groove. I have been answering more questions this week than ever before from when I joined Groove. So it's busy, but I still love it. And I really think that these kinds of Q&As would help first relax my fingers for writing, and second get more questions out of the way, because people will have questions, the same questions again and again, and then sometimes they could search for it, but most of the times they just ask it from the beginning, and it gives me a bit better it gives them a better experience to hear everything that I have to say. I usually tend to speak a little bit more than write in the comments, so that may give them the actual full-on understanding of everything happening in regards to their question. So I'm not going to spend any more time. I'm just going to jump into the comments, because we have a lot of people that are either new to Groove, so they want to just get started and they are waiting for my response. There is also a lot of people that are already up and running and familiar with Groove, and they just have a question that they are maybe stuck with or something. So I'm going to jump into the Q&A immediately. No intros, no updates, no nothing. At this moment, if I would have to say an update, I would not have much to say, because all of our teams are mainly focused on having launch related kind of fixes and improvements that are sometimes just not visible, maybe some backend stuff, or some connections with webinar platform, and how to handle the leads coming in, how to properly tag them, how to properly put them in the buckets that we have, so that we can have further communication with them through Groove Mail and things like that. So that's what the teams have been working on, mainly launch related stuff. So this week I do not have a lot to update you guys on, but I have written out a full announcement that's going to be recorded by me most probably tomorrow and released, so everybody knows what is happening with Groove. As I mentioned, mainly bug fixes in the past couple of weeks, bug fixes and improvements, nothing groundbreaking, except for GrooveKart. GrooveKart had added the affiliate module, which is huge. This was worked on for a couple of months, and yeah, I'm going to explain all of that in the announcements most probably tomorrow. So yeah, I believe we are ready to go in, so let's just let me just share my screen and jump into the comments. So Mark Rezantsov, sorry about that. Mark Rezantsov has a question about GrooveKart mail. I wanted mark@storename.com email address, so I added the appropriate Namecheap DNS entries to my Groove DNS, and it looks like it broke the GrooveKart support email. Is there a way to have both the inbuilt GrooveKart support email features and Namecheap's hosted email, private email? Unfortunately not, Mark. You can have only one of those active. GrooveKart allows you to kind of have this inbuilt support email, but I think this is mostly for those people that really just want to have a store email and then kind of get over with it. But if you already have a Namecheap email address, you have the ability to manage the different settings and maybe even add on more email inboxes for that. You could also create I believe this is a functionality for Namecheap. There is a system called Catch All or something like that, where it says any anything that comes before the @ sign. So would that be Mark 5678 at storename.com, or would that be support at storename.com? Could be forwarded to your mark@storename.com. So even if you have one email address, you could create these kind of redirects or forwarders. I believe they call it email forwarder to your main email address that you already have there. So if you are using already a Namecheap, I would just recommend staying with that for your email. If you don't have, for everybody else, if you don't have Namecheap or Google Suite or any kind of other email inbox where you can receive emails, then the best is to kind of go with the support email that GrooveKart gives you. That would be my recommendation. Mark Rezantsov has another question. Hi, David. First off, thanks in advance for all you do for the community. My pleasure. I should have opened with that in the post above. No worries. You're awesome, by the way. Thank you very much. I'm in need of renaming my GrooveKart domain URL to avoid trademark issues down the road. Is this a monumental task? I'm not quite sure what you mean by renaming a GrooveKart domain. If I understand correctly, this may be that the subdomain that you have, subdomain. I would not bother with this one, honestly. If you have something like mycatswag or something .groovekart.com, don't worry about that. Nobody usually launches their store with this subdomain. If you are really a serious kind of a person that creates a business that wants to launch a business and a store, you will probably have a domain, and we always teach kind of getting a domain as almost the step number one. So this is literally, and this is in every app, like if you go into to GrooveSell, for example, your checkouts will also need a subdomain. It will be something.groovesell.com because it needs to connect it to our database. So these subdomains are literally just used to connect your assets to a specific database in our servers. That's what it does. GroovePages, for example, your GroovePages account has one subdomain. You connect it with that one subdomain, and that's basically it, so that we know what are your assets. GrooveMember has also a subdomain. GrooveBlog has a subdomain. GrooveKart has a subdomain. Same way. That does not really matter. You can use it, but it's really not something you should be focusing on. If you want to rename this, you will probably need to go through support, and it's a kind of a I need to say it like this: it's a pain in the ass task, because you don't get an outcome other than what you had before. It's just that it's a couple different words says, but it's a big task for our support team, because they need to change the database. They need to take your assets, change it up, rename it, and put it somewhere else. I have been dealing with a couple of customers that wanted to have that, and the support did it, but it took some time. So I'm not sure how important is that is for you, but I would highly suggest trying to kind of connect your custom domain and run with that. Let's see. Adding okay. Adding on the previous question, I'm also thinking of adding in a website, homepage, blog, and membership site to the GrooveKart domain in the near future. They all would created to created be to help sell the POD merch. If I recall correctly, you mentioned that changing the default app from GrooveKart to GroovePages currently requires a delete and re-add. But in the future, it'd be easier to go through the GUI. Should I set the default app to be GroovePages now and not GrooveKart to avoid the headache? It depends. It depends what you are focusing on. If you're focusing selling print on demand merch, setting up something to be on GrooveKart root domain, like your domain.com will open a GrooveKart store, will be okay, but it is going to mean that every other kind of asset you need to put on a subdomain, which means that if you want to have a site for your store, for example, in the same brand, for example, that would need to go to a subdomain. Similarly, a membership would need to go on a subdomain, like members.yourstorename.com for example. If you put it on GroovePages, the GroovePages will be a root domain, but then the store needs to be a subdomain. So decide what is more important for you. What is your business about? If your business is about selling really print-on-demand merch, then it needs to stay or I would suggest to stay on the root domain. I know that it may not be the best thing, but you could create your website completely in GrooveKart. Like you can create pages and then same things like what you do in GroovePages. You don't have all of the elements at this moment. We are working towards that for GrooveKart, but you can create a functioning website within your store as well. So see what is the important for you, what is the most important for you, and then kind of go with that. But just keep in mind, whatever you decide, everything else will need to go on a subdomain. So see if that would work out for you. All right, Rajiv Nagare. Hopefully I pronounced it correct. Question. Hi, David. How to delete entire list with contacts in GrooveMail? We don't allow deleting an entire list with contacts, because a contact in Groove is not only just for emailing. A contact in Groove is also connected to GrooveMember, maybe to GrooveSell, to other assets that if you delete it, it may be causing some issues. So we did add on let me just actually log out from here, because this is not my account, and I'm going to log back in with my account just for testing purposes. And what I wanted to talk about is the GrooveMail lists. If you come onto the list, there is no way for you to kind of delete this list and then all of the contacts on the list. For deleting contacts, we now actually give you the permission to delete a contact from here, but one by one. At this moment, we don't have the bulk option to delete contacts. Like at this moment, when you select contacts, you can really export them all, but we don't give you the option to bulk delete them, because that could cause issues later on. So that's basically it. So if you want to delete it, you will need to go one by one. I have imported contact lists in GrooveMail. The contact numbers were corrupted automatically with the plus sign. I have wrote to support for help. Concerned person asked for some detail, which I provided on 8 February. There is no update despite the reminders. How to escalate this issue? I would need to check, but let's see. Okay, yeah, we don't allow you to edit the email. yeah, that's definitely something that the support will need to assist with you. So I'll double check about this issue. Maybe there's some dependency on a different uh, different people within our company that need to have a look into this one. So there may be the delay, but I'll double check for you, Rajiv. I do not have an answer for you right now, unfortunately. Let's see, JCCon. I have added a custom font to my website. It works on desktop fine, but when it goes to mobile, the font isn't my custom font. How do I get the custom font to work on mobile devices? JC, reach out to our support team. They would need to look into it. What is causing it to load on one device and not load on the other device? I wouldn't be able to assist because I don't know how it is set up, what your website is, and things like that. So please reach out to support. Nick Marocola, hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Hello, David. I joined Groove a few days ago as a Platinum Lifetime member. Perfect. Very good decision. And since then, I have been completely overwhelmed with all of the options. Yes, unfortunately, that happens when we want to do a lot, and then somebody comes in and they're like, oh my God, there's so much to do. That can happen, yes. I will try to help you, though. I tried to get on the marketing lab, but they wanted me to charge an additional $495 on top of the 2K. Yeah, so there's a fast start marketing lab. This is a membership. It's a course bundle where our company came together and created trainings that are kind of a higher level, that is not software related, but it's kind of a how to manage your I don't know, SEO and writing, blah blah blah. So basically, this was not a course that is available for everybody. This was a course that was related to a different offer that we had. So it's a paid option. It's nothing related to how to use Groove. It's a different kind of training that we offered. So it's not a part of the 2K that you paid for the software itself. When you upgraded for the actual Platinum membership, you did get a part of that training, which is called the Funnels Masterclass from Mike Filsame, and this is available for you, or should be. So please check. So if you go to funnelsmasterclass.groovemember.net, all right, this should load up. So I'm going to, oops, not this, but I'm going to leave you the link, and this should help you kind of get over the to not buy the training, because I believe you're at the start right now. You don't need that advanced training. This was really advanced training for those that are already having their funnels and things like that. You don't need that. You can go with the Funnels Masterclass that you already had. This is a free training that you got as a bonus when you signed up for the Platinum membership. And Mike Filsame, the co-founder of Groove, he actually is the funnel guy. He is the person that started with funnels in the digital marketing world. So he will be training you on the different types of funnels. There are also timestamps below. So we have all sorts of different funnels, like shock and awe funnel, product launch funnel, ebook front end launch, evergreen launch funnel, VSL funnel, live webinar funnel, automated webinar funnel, book funnel, survey funnel, e-commerce funnel. All sorts of different things are mentioned in these videos, but there's a lot more that you can kind of go into. There is a Facebook ads training. There is all sorts of different funnel trainings that you got already. So this is part of the Funnels Masterclass that was sold, and you don't need to have this one at this moment. If you are overwhelmed with the software, you don't need that. Is there any way of getting access to this one? I just explained that. I'm completely lost and don't know where to start. I have an existing business that I want to incorporate into this, but there are so many options. Don't know much about funnels, but learning. Can someone help? Absolutely. So, Nick, the first thing you need to do is understand what you want to do. So, if your business currently, that you mentioned that you have a business, has a website, then you may want to start reconstructing that website on Groove, so you can kind of get rid of all of those expenses. You may not want to get rid of your current website because it's working great and it may not be very expensive to run, so you may want to keep that. So what's the thing that you want to do with Groove? Do you want to set up a sales funnel? Do you want to set up your e-commerce store? find out what the first step will be, and then you can kind of understand where to go. If you still need help, you can then ask specific questions like, hey guys, I need to set up an e-commerce store. I kind of went into GrooveKart and played around, but I need help with this and this. And then you can ask this question in community, or you can go to our support and we could help you out with the support team. But you need to first know what you want to do. Unfortunately, there's nobody that could help you understand for your business what you need to do better than yourself. So please just kind of maybe take a piece of paper and write out what are the assets for your business that you require, kind of an online asset. And then you can ask specific questions. For example, hey guys, I need a blog. What do I do? Where do I go? And how do I create my blog in Groove, for example? So things like that. That would definitely be a first step. If you want, you could use some of our like trainings that we already have. So if you found the thing that you want to do, like for example, I want to create I don't know, coming soon page. So you type in Google coming soon page Groove, then you find trainings on that one. For example, there's how to build out a coming soon page in GroovePages. This is a training from GrooveCM, for example. There are other things that you could do, like support at Groove Digital, how to build a coming soon page. These are the timestamps for that video. So yeah, just try to think of something that you need to do, and then you can look into it a little bit more deeper to know the parts on how to actually achieve that. All right, hopefully that helps, and you should have access to the funnels masterclass. Nick, you should have gotten an email with your access details to this one. And also when you signed up for Groove in Groove.cm, when you signed up here, you actually added your username and password. So the email that you added and the password will be the sign up or the login for this membership. So please test it out. Whatever you are using as a password for signing up or logging into Groove, that will be the password most probably for this one as well. All right, affiliate links. Custom landing pages are not working. Yes, they are. When you create one, leave the creation page and go back. They are not there. Contacted support days ago, but no response. All right, like Enginoris has 400 and something custom landing pages. Our own Groove account has 100 and something landing pages. I'm teaching custom landing pages very, very often, and there were no issues anywhere, anytime before. Like I was there yesterday. So I doubt that there is, but let's have a look together. So if I go to tools, affiliate port, okay, that's not it. I need to go to Groove affiliate. Sorry guys, Groove affiliate. If I go to promos, and if I click on the links over here, you can set up custom landing pages. So when you click on a custom landing page, let's just see where you got stuck. When you create one, leave the creation page and go back. All right. So name lemon training, and then the link will be maybe this one. All right. Create one, leave the creation page and go back. They are not there. Create, so it's here. Leave the creation page and go back, and it's still here, like lemon training. Not sure what the issue is. There were no issues any time when I was testing it, when I was adding it. Let's just try another one. Let's just go Groove.cm, and if I type in https Groove.cm, create. All right, Groove.cm, here we have it. It's on the top. If I leave, I will even refresh. Oops, not the right button. This one, if I go back, Groove.cm, we can scroll down. Okay, I will We need to scroll down. Maybe you have this issue with the scroll. Okay, this is something that I just saw. Um, so this may be something that you're experiencing, but I don't think so. You are saying that they are not staying. They're not staying there. So please record a full detailed video of what this issue is, and please reach out to our support team. But as you saw, I just showed it. There's no issues with the saving of the custom landing pages at all. Top web creations. What will be the price points of the new Groove subscription? Seeing conflicting reports. 99, 199, and 299. There will also be a free option. Not sure what the conflicting reports are, but as I mentioned, we will have the monthly subscription and a free option. So 99, 199, and 299 will be the price points. Brian had a question in regards something that I spent almost half an hour last time explaining. He still does not understand what the upsell URL is and why we need a content page. It's just that the upsell URL is where you're redirecting the user after the purchase, and the content page is the actual sales page of the current product. So there's not a better way for me to explain it. I drew it out last time and I actually explained it, so not sure what else I could do. Claude has a question in GrooveKart. I'm trying to upload an image on a product. The image is there before I save, but it's not showing on the product page. 800 by 800 PNG as requested. Is this the right place to ask? Yeah, I could have a look. I'm trying to upload an image on a product. All right, so let's just go into GrooveKart. I don't have it opened yet, so we're going to open it here. All right, so we're going to go into a product, my products, and we are going to upload an image on a product. All right, so we have this product, Halloween pumpkin long sleeve sweatshirt. All right, so we have the images and videos over here. If I click on the plus icon, I'm just going to upload this live Q&A. All right, so it's uploading. And now you see there's an image that was selected as a cover. All right, so this pink section, it says that this is a cover. If I click on this image, I cannot set it up as a cover because this is already the cover. So let's just see. Yeah, I clicked on that one, it does not show. But if I click on this one, I'm just going to untick it as a cover and click update. Okay, it does not exit. I need to exit. And let's see. Let's click save. I'm going to just reload the page because it's not allowing me to click on this. Make sure you click the save button though. That may be something that you missed. So if I click the cover image on here, that the cover section just switched. So if I preview the product, my new image should show. Yeah, you see. So the cover image is the actual main image that shows. So what may have been happening on your end, Claude, that you actually uploaded the image but you didn't save. So that could be you need to click the save button so that it actually pushes the changes from here over to the live. I do not know what could be what you tried and what you didn't try, but that may be an option. So I changed the cover. I will definitely need to click save so that all of the changes that I did here get reflected on the live version of the site. And as you can see, we should have the sweatshirt image as a cover and not my image. My image should be somewhere around here. There we go. So that is the process of how to use the image uploader. Please check if this is the same thing on your end. If you need any extra help, please let me know. Vijay has a question. David Lemon, thanks in advance for giving more knowledge to us. My pleasure, Vijay, as always. Can you please help me to give sample templates or any links making for hospitals and IVF clinics? I had many clients for healthcare and doctor sector. Can you guide how can utilize our platform to them? what is the point of hospitals having a website? What do? They showcase their facilities. They may have about us section. They have a contact us section. I don't know what pages hospitals need to have, but try to go onto one. Like, let's just go hospital website, for example. I'm probably going to get a lot of templates, but let's just see 12 best hospital and healthcare websites. All right, let's check. Mayo Clinic is not the best thing because they are basically a huge blog. Northwest Medicine, Cleveland. All right, so let's just see this one. You could also go and have a look at templates, like real templates, like hospital template, just to see what pages are required um, for you to kind of create. All right, because I don't know anything about hospital websites, I will need to do my research. I'm going to try to find something simple that we can kind of easily um, replicate. So maybe this one or this one. Let's just see. If I go on and have a look at this website, we can see that they have a navigation menu. They have a slider. We can have the same things. They have an appointment booking, which is basically a form. They have, what is this? This is just a section with an image and then a little bit of of kind of extra stuff on this side. And then they have tabs. We also have these tabs, and they have a heading section with some more containers, and they have another section with containers, and then they have also more tabs and pricing plan and testimonials and the team section or the doctors, for example. So all of this is actually replicable. So what you would need to do is just find a template that already has some of these elements and just kind of switch the color, switch the images, write in some hospital related content in there, and you basically have a website. So you could easily just go in. That would not uh, be very logical for you, but I would just tell you that any template that we have can be a hospital site or a hospital funnel even. I don't think hospitals should have funnels, but um, it's a modern world. You never know. All right, so if you are starting with a site, you can go to complete sites and have a look what is offered there. So vegan food delivery, 6-figure coach template, multi-course, restaurant website, real estate website, branding agency, digital agency. Let's just check this real estate website. All right, so let's just take this hospital site for VJ. Right? It's going to create a site. It's going to build out the pages immediately for you. So you have, I don't know, one site with 5-6 different pages. So we have home, property list, location, about us, contact, property page, properties in cities. Okay, so you could use this template, just modify it. All right, so here you would have the section, but you would not have these pages, but you would rename your pages. Instead of this one, you would say the hospital that can help you, uh, the best hospital in California, or the best hospital in XYZ place in the world. Then you can see explore services or something like that. I do not know what content you need to put on the hospital page, but just have a look at how others do it and try to replicate this. So this is a Cleveland clinic. They have a menu on the top. They have a header section. They have another section with 3 kind of buttons, then another section with 3 containers, then a 2-column layout with heading, button, and things like that. So all of this can be replicated. Actually, let me just double check. I was talking with one of our designers recently, and he had created something very similar. Not sure if his was um, for hospitals. He was creating something for his client, Dr. Mike, or something like that. Let me just see. He has created um, template for a doctor, similar to Dr. Oz or something. Also medical related. Not sure. Let's see. Maybe that this is the site that he created or not. Yes. So this is a doctor site, but it's more digital marketing related. As you can see, all of this is created in GroovePages. Uh, but yeah, it's more digital marketing related, so it may not be the same thing. But yeah, you would need a website. So look at the website templates, and you could easily replicate all of that in GroovePages. I really don't have any other ideas to give you. Just do what all others are doing, and yeah, just create those sections. Felipe Martinez. Hey, David Lemon, is it possible to integrate GrooveKart with GrooveMember and GrooveSell yet? Not yet, unfortunately. I'm creating a tripwire funnel selling print-on-demand products from GrooveKart as a front end. You just need to do that all from GrooveKart. I want to enroll the buyer to a basic membership and make him an affiliate as well. Then they they will be upgraded to a higher plan monthly membership to the upsell. Or can I do it in the way, example, using GrooveSell and GroovePages from my front end sale? So let me just double check. This is something that may be possible with Zapier. I know that we will have this within the next couple of weeks, and this is getting built in as we speak to GrooveMail. I mentioned a lot of times previously that we are working on GrooveMail, and this is going to be this activity log. So you may not see it behind me, but this activity log is going to be the brains of Groove. Anything that happens in Groove will get recorded here in the activity log. You'll be able to do different actions based on this activity log, which means somebody signed up for my list. Then it will say it like that. Or somebody purchased a product, or somebody started a subscription. So you could do, based on these actions or activities, you will be able to do different automations and triggers and all sorts of different things. And that's what we are kind of building in right now, new automations, and then these activity log. And this will bring in the GrooveKart related thing like that. So for example, somebody abandoned the cart, then do a certain action, add them as an affiliate, for example, which would be silly, but yeah. Somebody purchased a product, add them as an affiliate, or somebody refunded them, kind of revoke their access to GrooveMember or something like that. So with Zapier, you potentially could trigger when somebody buys a product in GrooveKart. So let's just change this to GrooveKart. All right. Somebody creates an order, then add them to GrooveFunnels, create GrooveMember member, or add them as an affiliate. You could do that as well. Add them as an affiliate. All right. At this moment, this is only possible through Zapier because we're still in the process of working on adding that for our inbuilt functionalities. You won't need Zapier, but in case you cannot wait with this one, you could. So if somebody creates an order in GrooveKart, create a member in your membership and add them as an affiliate, for example. So in this type of way, you could. But I know it's not the best thing because we kind of create an all-in-one platform, but that's being worked on right now, as I mentioned. The activity logs is a task we're working on for 2 months right now. It's a huge task. It's literally creating the algorithm for everything that's going to be automatable within Groove. So it requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of focus, a lot of different dedication from each and every team in our company. So once this is done, it's going to make everybody's lives easier. For now, we just need to use a workaround, which is Zapier. So basically, yes, you could do that. Let's just see. I want to enroll the buyer to basic membership and make him an affiliate as well. All right, so that's possible. Then they will be upgraded to a higher paid monthly membership in the upsell. That's again, I mean, you could, yeah. In the upsell, so you set up an one Zapier which triggers when somebody buys a product. You add them as an affiliate, you add them into a membership, but then you would need to create another Zapier kind of flow for when somebody upgrades. So you need to create a Zapier upgrade flow. If somebody purchased this product, then add this person into a higher tier membership. Or can I do it the other way? No, don't complicate it. Don't go into GrooveSell and do other stuff with GrooveKart. Let the GrooveKart be the trigger. The reason for checking out a client inside GrooveKart is that I'm using Slingly and I'd like to automate fulfilling the product. Of course, I understand that. I think I should use Zapier instead. Yes, at this moment, just Zapier could do that, unfortunately. I know you had mentioned maybe doing weekly update session on latest product developments, timelines, etc. Have you set plans for that one? I want to be sure it's on my calendar. Yes, that's not fully set in my mind yet. When exactly, what date, at what hours it will be, but it's definitely starting after our launch has been finalized. During the launch, I am answering a lot of questions. I'm doing the webinars. I'm answering the questions there on the webinars. I'm doing a lot of fixes for different stuff within the development, like with the dev teams. So at this moment, I don't want to start that project as well during the launch. So we have the launch for one more week, like next week, basically on Tuesday. So 1 week plus 1 day, we still have this launch happening, and then after that is done, I'm going to start with one Q&A a week, one probably product update or a platform update video, and I'm going to start recording courses. That's what I want to focus on. Andrew Phillips, hey David, trust you're well. In GrooveKart, can we upload videos to product pages in any size? Looking to use two sizes, full vertical plus 1080 times 1350. Don't think those would look nice. This may be something that we need to add in, but you may try using Vimeo or Vistia if they automatically resize their videos. Let's just see. I'm here, and if we find some YouTube shorts, sure, maybe, okay, here it is, YouTube shorts. Maybe if we can find this link, and I think we need this. All right, so let's check video ID. This is the video ID. Save. Video added successfully. So let's see if that actually fits the kind of a vertical layout. I'm not 100% sure. We'll need to check. Okay, so it's going to display like that. It's going to actually give a link for YouTube like that. So technically, yes. It may look better on a phone when the person is checking it out. Where's my phone? Let's just check. So if I take this link and send it to myself. Let's just quickly check it out, because at this moment I'm interested as well. All right. I haven't tested this yet, so that's why I am going to just do it. Just do it. Okay, I'm loading in. Let's see the video, which is here. This is how the video will kind of load. Okay, yeah, this is how it shows the video. So technically it works, which is good, because when you start it, it's kind of almost full screen. You cannot see it, but yeah, it's kind of full screen. So yes, technically yes. With GrooveKart, you don't upload videos, you take it from YouTube, and which I believe it's even maybe good, because they already have this kind of automatically fit the player to the video size technology. So there we go, YouTube and Vimeo, sorry. All right. In GrooveSell reporting section, we see a summary of transactions, revenue, refunded gateway fees, and commissions. What are gateway fees? They seem to be just below 1% of total sales. Great questions. Gateway fees have been added recently. And let's see, I have somewhere, here we go. So gateway fees are for your payment gateway, like in case you're using Stripe. Pricing, let's just check pricing. Or PayPal pricing, or GroovePay. GroovePay is the cheapest one. So in case you have a business and you need to kind of process payments, which most businesses have to, you can go with GroovePay because it's cheaper, it's easier, and they don't charge these types of monthly fees like some others. So definitely check GroovePay out. It's free for you. Basically, you just pay the transaction fees whenever you do any transactions. Otherwise, it's literally no monthly fees. Others will charge fees. Maybe not at the beginning when you're starting out, but later on they will. So, all right, PayPal consumer fees. All right, and pricing fees with Stripe. That's not the thing I wanted. They have a pricing page somewhere. I think that may be it. No, business pricing. Here we go. So every payment processor will have its own transaction fees. So PayPal digital payments transaction fees, 3.49% plus $0.49 per transaction. All right. GroovePay has 2.85% and 0.25 per transaction. So you can see immediately how large of a difference that is. And then Stripe also has a difference between European cards and difference between non-European cards. This is for me because I'm set to kind of come from Germany, but I'm not in Germany. But all right, so European cards, they charge less, and then if you're paying from the United States and the business is in Germany, then this is the transaction fee that they will have to pay. So this is just an estimate, but when you're working with GrooveSell, it's good to see an estimate of how much you actually need to kind of pay for those payment gateways fees. So whenever you're selling here in the transactions, let me just show you where the transactions are here reporting. In transactions, you will see this gateway fees. All right. And this is something that you control yourself. So when you go into settings, you go into GrooveSell settings, and you see your payment gateways here. You can set up, just click the three dots and reporting override. This is basically where you set up your payment gateways fees. So if Stripe said that they are charging 2.9% and 0.25, so that's what you enter here. So it's 2.9% and then extra 0.25. All right, update. So this is now going to be calculating whenever you create a transaction with this Stripe account. In the reporting is going to show up immediately how much the payment gateway fees were. For example, PayPal, you can also do the same thing with PayPal. PayPal fee is calculated automatically via API. So there we go. So you don't have to do that for PayPal because they automatically add this into the payment gateway calculations for GrooveSell. Whenever you're using GroovePay, you would enter this amount and this amount as well. So that's the payment gateway fees, and it kind of tends to go up when you are doing successful business. So it's good that you're tracking it. Also, this is very useful for when you're paying out affiliates. In certain cases, you may not want to pay out affiliates the money that you actually lost for the payment gateway fee. Some people just don't prefer to, even though groovedigital.com/groovathon. 2 weeks ago, when we started our launch, we had a session with Mike Filsame. He actually was doing presentations, and on Thursday he talked about GrooveSell. So in case you check our YouTube channel for this video, and you check the timestamps, he was talking about transactions over here, payment gateways and checkout page, pricing, upsells, da da da. I think was here. So he was talking about transactions, and he was explaining that for when you're running a profitable affiliate promotion, it would be silly to not pay out the affiliate the full 40%, but only kind of 48.5%, because they wouldn't get the payment for the payment gateway fee. It's just the principle. If you want to have affiliates promoting and get 40%, then don't give them 38 point something percent affiliate fees, because, or affiliate commissions, because you have to pay payment gateway fees. So he explained that really nicely, that we don't charge our affiliates for the payment gateway fee. We actually take that cost and we pay it ourselves. So if you want, you can have a look. This was somewhere around here, maybe affiliates, maybe here around affiliates, because there's a toggle switch inside GrooveSell for when you're selling products with affiliate programs. I will share you exactly where you can find that. So in your product setup, in the step number 9, you can turn on or turn off the processing fees, basically the payment gateways fees, if you want to include or exclude that within the affiliate payments. And he was explaining the principles behind that, and I completely agree with him. So if you want more, then you can just check this out. All right, a couple more questions on here, and then we're moving over to the live questions. Here has Scott has a question. GrooveMail, when do you expect the new two-way email will become available for our custom domains of lifetime members? And when do you expect the Groove SMTP Mail to be online? So the new two-way email will become available. That is something that is already kind of being tested, but it's not going to be available for everybody at this moment. Mike thought that this was the decision, but it was not a decision made yet, because two-way email communication has a lot of difficulties and processes that need to be kind of managed. At this moment, we don't have the necessary resources for managing a two-way email communication. Gmail and Outlook, for example, they have hundreds of team members that are constantly working on improving and also just managing the email delivery. And at this moment, we are not there. We don't have hundreds of people to manage the email sending for our users. So at this moment, is going to be available for certain number of people for certain criteria, which I don't know, but we will have something that will allow, maybe when you are running an agency on a paid plan, or maybe if you're a white label partner, we will be giving users this two-way kind of email communication. But honestly, it is sometimes even better to kind of use your own services like G Suite, because you get more in terms of like hosting for, I don't know, 50 gigabytes or what you get with G Suite. Also you get Google Sheet and Google, also these cloud-based platforms. For some of our users that are transferring from WordPress, they are used to not having those stuff, and they are kind of looking for a solution. Those people we may be able to assist, but we just didn't decide the criteria of who will kind of get that. Not everybody will get that, because this is not going to be a software that we create. It's going to be a service. Email inboxes are going to be service. This is something that will have a monthly cost to us, so we will be running it as a service. The SMTP mail to be online, we are actually online right now for running our own emails through it. So basically Groove is sending out emails through the Groove Mail SMTP, but that's just purely for kind of warming it up, sending as many emails as we can to controllable to control the delivery and to control that we are not spamming, we are not harming our new IPs that we just kind of added. So once that is done, I will not give you an estimate, because last couple of times I gave people an estimates and they were kind of not happy when that wasn't fulfilled. So I cannot give you an estimate, but I can tell you that it's being that we are sending out emails through Groove SMTP right now. Also, if lifetime members can have custom domain registered with someone like Namecheap, etc., when we move the hosting over to Groove, do we still pay annual fees to Namecheap, or is this fee moved to Groove and included in the hosting here at no additional cost? So you're talking about your domains. Domains are not owned by Namecheap. Domains are not owned by you. Domains will not be owned by Groove. Domains are rented, and you need to pay monthly fees for your domains. So when you are renting the domains, whether you buy it on Namecheap or GoDaddy, you're basically just paying fees to use the domain. All right, so it's not owned by you. So that's kind of like paying for internet bill. Like, you need to pay for internet to actually access the internet. So domains are the same way. You need to pay for a domain to access the domain. It's just an address. So like, you have an IP address with your internet service provider. This is how you have an address when you buy a domain. So domains are not free. Domains will never be free, and we may have a domain management, or where basically a place where you buy domains in the future, but at this moment this is just completely not a priority. It's very, very low in the priority for us. So you will need to keep paying Namecheap. That's the short answer. Question 2, Groove Affiliate. We realize that GrooveSell is designed for affiliate programs and tracking of digital products that we have created and own. The Groove Affiliate is designed for tracking of affiliates under us in the Groove products, but can we also use Groove Affiliate app to track and handle accounting for commissions we may have from third-party vendors who have approved us in their affiliate sales programs? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. The Groove Affiliate system was created so it allows you to manage promotions that you are running. But I think at this moment, this is mainly for promotions that you are running within Groove. So if you're promoting somebody from the marketplace, all of those analytics and all of those statistics you will be able to see within the reporting. But I do not think that you can create kind of campaigns from ClickBank and be able to kind of track everything as when you are promoting a GrooveSell funnel through Groove Affiliate. All right, because when you check here the filters, it gives you the different funnels that you can. All right, this is the GrooveSell reporting. I need to Groove this one. All right. If I go to this reporting, it gives you the different vendors that are basically connected to GrooveSell. So each and every one of these vendors is a seller that created a product in GrooveSell, and this is how Groove Affiliate works. You can get information from GrooveSell that will show up here for your promotions. I don't think, or I can maybe even confidently say, that you cannot run, for example, ClickBank promotions and be able to track everything as when you're promoting somebody else's product, like Grooves or somebody else's from the Groove Affiliate Marketplace. It's just two different systems and two different ways of tracking commissions and clicks and signups and things like that. So it's not possible to do it with a third party, as well as when somebody's selling through GrooveSell. Oh my God, how many questions? All right, somebody's typing here. I'm not going to show those questions. I'm just going to, after Santo, I'm going to jump into the live questions. All right, so Scott has a question. GrooveKart, if we have 2 or more print-on-demand vendors vendor's product in GrooveKart, how does the invoice and dropshipping process handle this? Or do we have to set up two separate product sections in GrooveKart and only allow the buyer to enter one vendor's product at a time? Well, I mean, the product is sold by your store. All right, so that's the product coming from your store. That's why we have this product set up in GrooveKart. So you're selling the product. So the basically the buyer doesn't know that you're drop shipping or that you're selling print on demand. You're selling a product. This is your store. You're selling your product, but you will be buying the product from somewhere else. So that this question doesn't really make sense because the buyer does not have the vendor's details. If you are drop shipping, you are selling the product, the invoice is coming from you directly on the sale. Then you go basically and buy the product and ship it out to the customer. That's basically it. So it does not matter how many vendors you have. It does not matter if you're selling through Slingly and AliExpress and Dropify and Teespring and Printful. You can sell with as many vendors as you want. When you import a product to your store, that's your product, and the invoice will be coming from you. Santo AU or Santo Au. Hi David, I changed over to Groove's domain management for my GrooveKart store. I have updated the name servers and everything seems okay. However, when I type in the store URL, groovekart.com is shown in the browser instead of my store. Have I missed something? What are all the DNS entries required, please? Thanks in advance. I think you may have forgotten to turn on the domain. There is a video that you could watch. If you type in here GrooveKart domain, there's going to be a video here, the new GrooveKart domain management and SRV records. All right, so this was 3 months ago. Please watch this video. This is going to explain you that you need to actually go into GrooveKart over here when you set up the. Let me show. All right, here. So you will need to actually go to the domain settings and enable the domain that you connected in the domain management. So let me just try and demonstrate that. So you are going to go and set up a domain within your GrooveKart dashboard. All right, let's just say clupia.com. This is going to be a domain I'm going to make available for GrooveKart. All right. So I have clupia.com. It's going to be working with GrooveKart. It's now basically loading in. It's setting up all of the connections it requires so that it can work with GrooveKart. And let me just see if I refresh what happens. But let's just say that it connected it. All right. So now the next thing is to go to GrooveKart and then go to settings and then domain. All right. So it's not enough to connect it there. You actually need to turn it on. So as you can see, we have available domains waiting for us. We are using one of these domains, but we can link it to a different one. So this is what you need to do. You need to link the actual connection. Now, when you click the link and you refresh, basically it's loading. It's refreshing by itself. When it's refreshing, you will have connected the domain that you just connected to Groove first. So you connect the domain to Groove, then you go into GrooveKart and you connect the domain from GrooveKart to Groove domain. All right, that's basically the process. And now if I type in clupia.com, it's going to show my store, or it may need a little bit time to propagate, but no, it's actually showing my store right now. So that's basically the process you need to take. Make sure just to go to GrooveKart domains and link the store to that domain. All right, that's it with these questions. I'm going to go on to the live questions and answer some of those there. Let's see. Oh, quite a lot. Stephanie, hi David. Oh, knower of all things. Thank you. Question: will Groove be implementing subscriber preferences so people can choose what and how often they hear from us to help cut back on unsubscribes? I think you're talking about email preferences, and I believe, or like subscriber preferences. And we have part of that already done. So let me just show you how that looks like right now. Let me just actually open up maybe this. I'll find an email from Groove itself. All right, I believe this one it is what we need. Yes. So if I drag it in here, this is an email that was sent from premium.groovemail.net. So I know that it's an email that was sent with GrooveMail. What you're looking at here is an email. I want to introduce you to the world of affiliate marketing, yada, yada, yada. When you want to kind of allow users or subscribers to update their preferences, they can click to the unsubscribe. We already have preferences for unsubscription, or basically managing the user's preferences in terms of emails. So this is how it looks like. For my address, and I'm subscribed to the sender from Groove Digital, I have an option to unsubscribe from all mailing lists, or I have the option to unsubscribe from specific mailing lists. All right, so I can select I'm on a webinar registration list, I'm on a GrooveMail testing list, I use this for myself, I'm on the Groovy Marketers newsletter, so I can decide what I want and what I don't want to be on. Then I click the unsubscribe button, and then it's updating all of these preferences. So in terms, we already have this. However, we will have even more, and I'm just going to read you what is going to be still added on top of this one. Donna is really big on all of these unsubscribed options, and she gave me this list. I'm going to just, is it maybe here and a note? Take a note. I'll maybe pop it out so I can show it to you here. So these are the things that are going to come. So unsubscribe page control. We'll have a default page and template with adjustable elements, ability to design page. So we will have an unsubscribe page with different elements that you can actually go and tinker with, so that you actually do everything that you want, so that the unsubscribe page looks like what you want. To set information, to actually decide the information, to put in text on the page itself, to decide the branding and put in some contents and videos. You may want to put in a video like, if you don't unsubscribe, you can get my bonus, for example, or before unsubscribing, here is a last chance offer that you can get and nobody else can get, or here is a discount for a coupon code or something like that. You may want to kind of still hook in the person before they leave, and that will be possible. We'll also have an option to create an unsubscribe widget, which will have all the lists included, all lists they are part of, like what we have right now. But it's going to be a widget that you can place on different websites, or you can create a page in GroovePages, for example, which will say yourdomain.com / email preferences, email-preferences. And then you put in this widget, and then the user will be able to kind of unsubscribe and resubscribe and manage whatever they want. This would go very nicely with these GDPR policies that are available in most of the platforms right now. Show sequences and lists to unsubscribe, subscribe to inside a public description. So it's not only lists that you can unsubscribe to, like what we have right now, but it's going to show the sequences. So a sequence can be a full-on 200 plus email sequence or something like that. So we will have a way to kind of show those as well. Resubscribe to pre-selected lists. Like, for example, at this moment, when we click on the unsubscribe button here, we can only see the list that we are a part of, but we don't have the list if we already unsubscribe from something, if we could kind of resubscribe, which would be cool, because then if somebody unsubscribes and doesn't want to receive any more webinar news, maybe they want to resubscribe and get something else, for example. So this could be another tool. The unsubscribe page could be another tool to get people to subscribe back to you. Okay, let's just go on. We have a couple more. Reduce the amount of emails. Select the number of emails we send. So this is also coming next year or this year. This is scheduled for Q3, end of Q3. So here you can kind of kind of allow your users to reduce or kind of pause sending, or kind of um, how Facebook calls it, kind of slow down the comments or slow down the actual emails that you are getting. So you would be able to kind of manage how many you want. And pop-ups on the unsubscribe page. Like, we want to be able to show a pop-up on an unsubscribe page if you want a discount coupon before they leave, or you want to kind of give them an upsell or something like that before they leave, like, ha! There you go. So these are all of the things that we want with the unsubscribe page control, and these are all coming in at the end of Q3. At this moment, that's planned for the end of Q3. But we already have much better than most platforms have. Like, MailChimp literally has a button, unsubscribe, or maybe just a survey like, tell us what I was receiving too many emails, or the emails don't relate to me, and that's basically it. So we want to really use the unsubscribe page as a sales tool in certain cases, as a tool to kind of save the sale, and also to keep it in our arsenal as a marketing tool to be able to resubscribe people that have unsubscribed previously. So all of that is coming. I believe it's going to be a toggle switches, like, I want this but I don't want this, and then you can kind of edit the unsubscribe page and things like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. All right, hopefully that answers your questions, and maybe it gives you a little bit more than you wanted. All right, we have a lot of people here: Damien, Veronica, Digabo, Robert, Facebook users, Mark, Mac, Gino, Veronica Keys, Joshua, Minavo Coaching. Mark Mac has a question. Is there a method when implementing the cookie to give the user choice for standard cookies, performance, and tracking cookies? You would need to use an external widget for that one. We don't have this option yet. I am planning to have a widget where you can say, like, approve all or manage my preferences, and then you can kind of turn on, like, I want Google Analytics, but I don't want Google Pixel, and things like that. So this is planned to kind of be coming with the GDPR changes. What we did first in GroovePages is kind of a accept all, just because we needed that as a version 1. But we will have kind of a preference specific, like when you have like, as I mentioned, accept all or choose what you want. Terry Young has questions. Hi, David. So I have a question about the domain that I have connected for some time. Just over the past couple of days, it's not showing up. I'm getting a Groove page instead. Do you know why this is happening? Terry, I don't have enough information to go with, unfortunately, to be able to help you. Please reach out to our support team, but give them as much detail as you can possibly think of. Try to record a video, try to shoot a screenshot of your screen, give them your domain, give them your site ID, give them even your login details. At this moment, we still need to ask, in certain cases, the login details, because we cannot access your account without the login details. We will have that though, so don't worry. But at this moment, as much information as you possibly could provide to our support, so they could help you fix this in a jiffy, as they say. All right. Is it possible to make a free sign up for Groove members so that they don't have to fill in the country and state, just like Groove itself has with free sign up? I believe so. Yeah, let me just check. And this you manage in the GrooveSell links. Where's my GrooveSell? Here we go. So if I am in GrooveSell as a vendor, and I go into tools and check out forms and links. So I do not know what I have set up as a free product, but I'm just going to go and edit this one. And if you set up something as a free product that you actually don't ask money for, I may need to change a different one, because I have butchered these links like a lot for different testing. So here you can go and set up I believe it's the form fields in that section. So form fields. if we have country, state, email, but we have, all right, I think this only shows when we have a free product. Let me just change the product price to a free. All right. I'm going to change this pumpkin spice latte product to a free product. 0 one time. You may not see it, but I just literally wrote the price as 0. Let's just save it. And we should be good to go. Let's just reload these. And all that I want to do is set up that okay, here we go. So paid pricing or free signups. When you select free signups, because the price of the product is free, then you will be able to kind of manage the different form fields where it skips part of the form fields. So I believe here, skip billing address. You see, when you're selling a free product, you have this step over here where you have skip billing address and legal terms of service. So if this only shows when you have a free product. You saw in the earlier case when my product was at the $15, it wasn't showing this step. But if you turn it on, then you can. Yes. Hopefully this helps. How many GrooveKart stores can a free member have at one time? Veronica, there is no limit to the number of GrooveKart stores if you're a free account or a free member. The only thing that we limit is the time when you can create a free GrooveKart store. When we launched this, GrooveKart store is free for everyone. What we had is people created bots that created thousands of sites at the same time under their accounts. So since then we put in limits, like you can create a store, of course, but there is no logical reason why you would need a store quicker than 30 days. Like if you really like focusing on selling something, you need to have like a couple weeks for setting up your store and running traffic and then adjustments and improvements and bringing in more products. So 30 days on a free account is, I believe, completely an all right day or day count for having as many free stores as you want. So yeah, there is no limits at this moment. So I need to add later on, there may be limits because I believe we are talking about limiting the number of stores to the number of domains we allow. So that will be coming later on, I believe. This is not an official kind of announcement, but I think that is going to be done at a later stage. So if you can have 3 domains on a free membership or on a free Groove account, we will, I believe, limit the number of stores that you can have to the domains that you can have. Enthusiast, can I invite family members to join Groove as an affiliate? I'm already a platinum member. Is it against rules? It is not against rules to invite people to join you under your account. What is not allowed is if you buy from your own link. For example, we recognize the IPs, we recognize the emails, and we have some different tracking that we have built into the system to prevent fraud. And this is why GrooveSell is a great system, because it has not only systems that will make you more money, but it will also save you more money, because those people that are doing this fraud, for example, when you're selling your product, you wouldn't want to pay out yourself. So this is what we do as well. If somebody's abusing the system and they just want to kind of get a cool discount by buying through their own link, we just don't want to allow that. So at this moment, it's not against rules to invite your family members. It's against the rules if you purchase from your own link, or if you kind of somebody in your household purchases from your own link. We will know that happens. So the payments for those commissions won't be paid out. Sky has a question. Hi, David. Is it possible to create sub-accounts for clients using the 25,000 contacts we have been allotted? At this moment, not. We may have that later on, but it's your 25,000 contacts. It's not by creating a new workspace you can kind of get somebody on your account. That's not what a Groove Platinum account is. It's your account. It's one workspace. You can work in it and you can have your own brands and things like that, but it's not by selling and separating out a workspace to kind of allocate different contacts to different members. That's not what we want, and we will never have that. I have my domain name and private email at NameCheap. My domain is connected to CloudFlare. My question is, do I have to connect my domain to CloudFlare? Can you explain what CloudFlare is used for? My domain is connected to CloudFlare. Do I have to connect my domain to CloudFlare? You actually say my domain is connected to CloudFlare, and then your question is, do I have to connect my domain to CloudFlare? Well, you don't have to, but it's good to have it there. What you could do is maybe even bring it to Groove directly. So from Namecheap, just point your domain directly to Groove. This will allow you to actually manage the domains and manage the subdomains and manage all the kind of publishing related stuff from Groove to your domain. So you don't have to kind of do all of that through CloudFlare yourself. CloudFlare is used to give you security features like SSL certificate and different when a lot of people and maybe even bots come to your domain, CloudFlare recognizes that and puts on some security features where it kind of saves you from these attacks, or maybe even a CDN. So it gives you a CDN, which is a content delivery network, I believe, and that means that they have servers all around the world. So you may be in the Asian part of the world, or basically in Asia, but some of your visitors are opening your site in Australia or maybe even in Hawaii, for example. So let's just say in Europe. This is kind of a middle, somewhere in the middle of the world. Somebody wants to open your site from Europe. You are in Asia somewhere. The European site would technically should load slower, but because the CloudFlare has servers all around the world, they're serving the website, your website, from the closest place to your user that they want. So I will open your site. I will not open it from Asia, but I will open it from Europe because CloudFlare has servers in Europe. So it's going to be much faster and a better experience for opening your site. That's a CDN, and that's all CloudFlare has that, and even on the free accounts. Hi, David. I noticed that the contact form message relayed from GrooveMail sends to my account email and the business email. Can it just be for the business email also to get rid of the site and page ID info? So we're going to get rid of the site and page ID info, but you can manage the actual you can manage the different recipients within GrooveMail. So let me just show you here. If you go into GrooveMail, which I have somewhere opened, here we go. If you go into GrooveMail, you open the sender's settings, you will see recipients over here. So you can go and create recipients, which is basically just an email where your where your form submissions will be sent. So if you create a recipient, they will show up like this, and then in the process of setting up your form, you can actually decide exactly what email should receive the form responses. So here, forward responses, this is in the form setup, step number 2. You can click also here, forward responses, and then you select the recipients that you have set up. So you don't want your own account email, you just want another business email, then you set it up from here. Once you are done, you click done editing, and the emails will be forwarding automatically to that email that you set up. All right, hopefully that explains it. But yes, we will get rid of the site and page ID. This was used by by our own team. Like we have for support, we have how do I say, we are setting up our own agency for Groove that will be kind of helping out people set up their businesses and things like that. And this change was done because most of the times we are using a Groove Mail form to get support tickets, and this was automatically added in there. But I'm going to ask the devs to kind of do a toggle to include this information or not for our agency, but for everybody else, this shouldn't be added. Cheyenne Noel, can two people on or use one Groove account at the same time on two devices? I would like both myself and family member to learn how to use Groove at the same time so they can ultimately work as my VA. Very good. Yeah, you could do that, but there is just one caveat to it. Make sure that they are you and the other person are not doing the same changes at the same time. Like for example, if you go into I don't know, GroovePages, and you and this person is editing it and saving and publishing at the same time. Not even same time, but because they will save and they will publish. You won't see those changes directly immediately within the builder. So there will be conflict. So make sure that if you have a VA and they are logged into GroovePages, that you are not working GroovePages. If they are working on GrooveSell products, then you should not work on GrooveSell products because changes will conflict because it's not updating real time. You and that other person won't see the changes exactly like real time, so that may cause that may cause issues within the system. It may be slower, it may also crash, so just make sure that that doesn't happen. Joseph has a question. Hi, I was creating a membership site in GrooveMember. After going through the process, I'm unable to see the login URL, which I can forward to members to sign up. Where can I find the login URL? The login URL is available over here. So GrooveKart, where I have Groove Forms. Do I have GrooveMember open? I don't. All right, so I'm going to just sacrifice GrooveKart. All right, I'm going to open up GrooveMember real quick. Go into membership, and I'm going to just go in here. Where you see your memberships, there's a key icon. You click on the key icon and you can copy the login URL, or you can copy the website URL. This is a new functionality that we added earlier. I believe this was last week, and you basically I used the same domain on two things, but you will have the website and the membership URL. When I say a website, I mean the membership site. So this is the membership site, and this is your courses. So you can get a login for your membership site and login for the actual content of the membership site. So hopefully that helps. Tropical cabbage. Is there a way to do a carousel slider section that rotates 4 or 5 videos options across a Groove page? Website videos don't need to play, but if they're clicked to play, could we rotate options for them? Yes, the slider. Let me just see. I mean, you probably should have figured that out by now, but let's see. So we have a carousel element. The carousel element is only working with images at this moment. Carousel is here. So carousel is for images, but we also have a slider element. A slider is a section where you can put in all sorts of different contents, like blocks or elements. You could also create a slider from a full section or a block, basically. So if you want a slider on here, you can literally just take some other blocks which have a video in there. Let me see, maybe we have some direct response VSL. Headlines, follow, no, designer blocks. All right, I'm looking for something with a video, but I think that we could kind of just take a section here just drag out this this block onto the slider itself, and then I could put in a video on it. Just below the headline. Come on, we're almost there. There we go. So now I added a video player. I'm going to resize it immediately because it's too big. And I'm going to add a little bit of margins to the bottom. There we go. So now I have one video that plays. What I could do is I could add a little bit more slides. Okay, here, slider, configure, and I can do the second slide over here. I could just add the same block, and I could do a different video, for example, or a different block with a video or something else. So you can do sliders with videos and all sorts of different things on it if you want, just as simply as this. Right, so now this is my second slide, and this is my first slide. So you can create as many things in a slider as you want. All right, let's just move on. The next question: Do you all have dates for GrooveKon 2022? Can you share with us so that we can block time for our calendars? This is a very good question. I also want to know this one. At this moment, I do not know the dates. I know that if you go to hold on. So if you go to the Marketers Cruise website, marketerscruise.com, it says the dates there. And we normally have the actual Marketers Cruise immediately after GrooveKon ends. So it says here January 28th to February 5th. You see? In 2023. So this is where the Marketers Cruise starts. And immediately before that we will have a GrooveKon. I don't know how many days or where or what or why or things like that, but I know that this is how it usually works. So we will need to wait a little bit more for the information. I also am interested because I plan to come. I really want to come on this Marketers Cruise and also on the GrooveKon. I have never been to the United States, and I have never seen anybody from the company person to person, and I would really love to be there and see you guys as well. And I'm waiting for the dates as well, but at this moment I don't think we have them yet. When we do, we will make an announcement. All right, let me just go on to the next question. If we connect SendGrid to GrooveMail to build out an email list for my GrooveKart store, will it be easy to migrate from SendGrid to GrooveMail once it's a fully functional standalone email service? There is nothing to migrate, because when you create a list, the list is not connected to SendGrid. The list is connected to GrooveMail. All right. So there is nothing to migrate. What you'll need to do when GrooveMail SMTP is live, you'll just need to create maybe not even create a new SMTP. Yes, you will actually. You will need to create a new sender with GrooveMail SMTP, and you will use the same list, the same tags, the same contacts and automation. So you don't need to redo anything. Just create a new sender. So you will be able to delete your SendGrid sender and just use a GrooveMail one, and then that should be it. So there's nothing to redo or migrate or do anything. Just create a new sender when that becomes available. I have to go. Will I be able to replay this? Yes. Every time we have a video streaming live, it's going to be available for replay. But most probably, Veronica, you already left, so maybe in the replay we see you there. Chris Gigjig, could I be doing something wrong to cause my pages to unpublish themselves? Most probably. There is one unpublish button. If you click that, that will most probably unpublish it, but I hope you already knew that. But if this is something that happens when you are working with your pages, please reach out to our support. Give them as much information as you could, like show them the actual video of this happening, show them what is the part where you say it's unpublished. Maybe a caching issue, it may be that you didn't connect your domain correctly, it may be something else, but they would need to see and figure out what is causing that. So please, if you could, Chris Gigjig, please just give as much information to our support team, and they would be able to assist. Is there a way to add a drop down text link in the menu of a website, or it is not available yet? Yes, we do have two types of drop downs. So we have a simple drop down for the navigation menu, like when you have a menu like this, and then you bring in a page under property list, you will have a drop down like that. All right, so this is available from the beginning. What we also did is a mega menu. Like, for example, about us. I want to create a mega menu, so I click three dots, edit mega menu. And by the way, we also added a new design for a mega menu, which is over here. So you go to blocks. From the drop down, you select mega menus, and I believe it was put here in icons. Oh no, we designed it, but we didn't publish it yet. There was a change needed on there. But anyways, there's a very cool new layout for mega menus that's going to come. So you basically edit everything on the page. So you can change the button labels, you can change the icons, you can change the colors, you can change the hover settings, and you can basically click save and exit. And once you did that, you will have a drop down show up here in a moment. And now this will trigger the mega menu. So this is going to be for a normal menu. This is going to be for a mega menu. Let me just show you how that looks like. So the normal menu, as you can see, just a drop down, and the mega menu is going to look like this. Oh, it doesn't show. Let me just publish this one real quick. Oops, wrong button. All right, so once it's done, let's just click open, and we should see the mega menu showing up soon. All right, I'll need to check what's the story about that. There should be a mega menu showing up. Page contains mega menu. All right, save and exit. Let's just do it one more time. All right, I definitely need to check out this mega menu situation. But yeah, mega menus are available. It should basically be a drop down with the section that you designed. But why it is not showing up, it may be because I just need to do it on a different site. Now I closed my GroovePages. Let's just do it one more time on a different site, just because I'm interested. Let's just do this. Let's see here, and I'm going to put in a mega menu on the main page. All right, save and exit, and I need to come back to the page and drag in drop down or navigation, which is navigation bar. So let's just add this blue one. And we should really have home with a drop down link. Or with a drop down arrow. All right. Yeah, that's the name of the home page. So that's fine. Let's just click this one and see. Yeah, it doesn't show the mega menus for some strange reason. Just day before yesterday, I was playing with it. It was working nicely. So I'll need to check. All right, but yes, we have that. Cheyenne has a question. Do we apply for one GroovePay account one time to use on all GrooveKart stores, websites, etc., or do we need to apply for a new GroovePay account for each store website funnel? So definitely not a website and a funnel, but whenever you have a business or a campaign or a brand that you want to separate out with payment methods, like for example, I want to set up a store where I'm going to sell drop shipping items for people that create plush toys. All right, it's a very niche thing, and this is going to be a business. I'm going to open a new GroovePay account for that one and keep all of the transactions for that one project. All right. If I want to create a new store, which is going to be related to print on demand for selling T-shirts and hoodies for people that have dogs, for example, I'm going to create a new GroovePay account for that, because I want to keep those transactions separate for my other business, which is the plush toy related stuff. So this will help you kind of separate out the payments, separate out the refunds, the transactions, better understand the reporting, and keep your head much easier, and kind of better understand the projects. It does not cost you anything to have a GroovePay account. It's literally, you can have as many accounts as you want, but it's recommended to kind of separate these things out just for your own sakes. It's also easier to integrate it with your bookkeeper or accountant to have so they can access your transactions and things like that. The dropshipping would come from two different vendors. Can one invoice break this down to each vendor? But there's no need to separate it out, because the vendors don't matter. You are the vendor to your user. You don't put in an invoice to your user where you say, oh, this is product from a Printful and this is a product from AliExpress. That doesn't make sense, Scott. I don't know what your plan is with invoicing with vendor, but it just doesn't have to be done. If I currently have a book that is published and shipped via Amazon, can I use Groove to set up a front-end website and store for people to buy my book from instead of going through Amazon? Yes, absolutely. You can also set up the whole process, even the shipping. What I do with my father's book, I talk about that often. My father wrote a book. It's in Croatian. It's about how to sell. He's a salesperson, and he wrote a book for his 40-year-old experience and knowledge in the selling business, in the sales business. So the book that you saw, I'm selling through GrooveSell. Even though it's a physical book, what we have is we set up a funnel with upsells, downsells, order bumps, post sale bumps, where we sell the book with GrooveSell, and then we have on the thank you page we have a form which says, if you don't want us to send the book to your address, that what you typed in during the purchase, then fill out this form, and then we'll send it to this preferred address. So that's basically it. So you can take the transactions. You need to do the marketing yourself, because Amazon will do some marketing, but they will take a cut from the sales for basically sending traffic automatically. When you are selling your own books through your website, you need to do the traffic part. You can do you can use Groove for the selling and the transactions and the delivery and everything. You can also set up the forms for shipping, and that's basically it. So there's not much difference between Amazon and Groove. It's just that they sort out the traffic problem. And people, another thing, people are more familiar with buying from Amazon because they also have all sorts of different guarantees. I've seen people refund stuff and not need to kind of send back the things that they purchased, which is crazy. And yeah, so people like to play around on Amazon, but if you set up your funnels and set up your processes correctly, you can eliminate kind of refunds and whatnot, as much as you can, of course. Can I use this in Europe? Print on demand? Yes. Printful has a global fulfillment center. Like, they have all sorts of different fulfillment centers. For example, Printful is just one of the suppliers. I'm in Europe, and when I was ordering from Printful, I got some products from Spain, and I got some products from Lithuania. I believe Lithuania was the product that they have, or the country that they have their fulfillment center in. So yeah, they have fulfillment centers in Europe. I still have trouble building out my site and GroovePages. I followed and watched the training, but I probably need more training. Any other way to learn about this? Anita, it would be the best, if you watched already some training and you are still stuck, to ask specific questions, like, I want to create this and this, but I tried this and this and I'm not succeeding. Could you tell me what to do? So we need to know what you want to do, what you tried so far, what's not working, and then we could kind of suggest some ways to kind of go around that, or sort the issues that you're having. So for this one, we would need more information, and if you could, I would appreciate if you just write to our support team, give them as many screenshots, give them as many information, like just, it would be the best if you record a short screen recording of you talking about what your project is, what you tried so far, what's not working, so that we can kind of guide you to the right direction. Our support team also knows to get on calls with people, but we just need to know what you're trying to do. So that's my suggestion for you. If you have been stuck with something like this, please give us more information, and then we'll look into it and guide you through. I'm having difficult time trying to set up a system. I am a paid member. I wish there was training videos for beginners. The same thing, Peter. The same applies to you, exactly as for Anita. There are many training videos, but the videos are not enough if you don't. If we cannot point you in the right direction of, okay, this is the video you need to watch, if we don't know the problem. Please reach out to our support team, create a video recording of your screen, or just write it out and do screenshots, or whatever. Just give us as much detail as you want. We would be able to point you in the right direction. Of course, we will not be figuring out your business system for you. I actually had been dealing with support for quite some time now, and there was many users that really wanted to like, this is my idea, tell me how to build it out. We can point you the right direction, but we will not be able to kind of map out all of your business systems and even show you how the template, or what templates you need to use. I can guide you through, but I will not create businesses for people. That's just something that they need to do for themselves. So yeah, there's a fine line between that. This gentleman that came to me told me, this is how I want my sites to look like, and I don't know how to set up. I want to do affiliate marketing, sell my products. This is how my site looks like, and I also want to do what's it called, a franchise. So please help me set this up. So this was a support ticket, and unfortunately we cannot set things like this up because support is not for setting up businesses, but we can point you in the right direction, maybe a video to watch to kind of learn how to set up. But if you need more help, that's what my recommendation was. If you need more help, you can find a freelancer, you can find help in the Facebook group to build this out for you. But support will not, unfortunately, build out this for you, because we just cannot focus on one user that much to build out a week-long process for them. David, if I have two different business LLCs, can I use one Groove account to build these businesses, or do I need to have separate Groove accounts? You can have as many LLCs with one Groove account. It's just that it's your account, so it's not like you are now wanting to, something I earlier mentioned, we will not allow creating workspaces. So you sell out part of your account to one business, sell out another part of the account to another business. It's going to be your account with your products, with your email list, with your stuff in there. So if your businesses kind of coexist and are sharing the same email list and sharing the same products or processes or things like that, then you're good. But if they're not, you may want to look into getting another account. Hi David, how do you create a numbered list in GroovePages rather than just a bullet point list? A great question. Let me just see. I believe this is with, hold on. In paragraph text, when you click one point and then you type and then you okay, so this is not the way. When in a paragraph text, you put in a line, a dash, and then you click space, then it starts creating bullet lists, and then it creates the bullet list. But this we will be having a control of, like, you select this and then it will it will allow you to toggle number list, bullet list, or just normal paragraph text. At this moment, it's just this is how it works. But what you could do is um, let's see, if we put in a list container. I haven't used this for a very long time, and I'm not 100% sure if this works even. We will be getting rid of the list container and the regular list, and just do what I mentioned earlier. But let's just see. Just going to delete it and start from scratch. If I have a list container, let's put it here. And if I put in regular lists, there we go. Let's just put this text into white so that we can work with it. All right, so this is a regular list item, and if we go into list container, let's save and reload. All right, if I go to list container, I have some options over here. List container container link will only work. Okay, so this is not that. Let me just see. List regular. We had an option to manage, would it be an unsorted or a sorted list? That may not happen anymore. We're moving towards that that number list, but at this moment I guess it's just normal typing in the number and doing this for now until we actually get the number list in there. Yeah, so we had when you dragged in a list container, we had an option to kind of do a sorted list, unsorted list, a number list, or something else. It may not be available anymore because I know that there were some issues with that in the past. It was causing some crashes, and we had to most probably remove that. I will check with the devs, but at this moment, I think we're not going to put back that functionality until we kind of have that toggle. Hi, David. Can a free member use GroovePay for payments instead of PayPal? Absolutely. But GroovePay and PayPal are two different things. GroovePay is for credit card processing. PayPal allows you to have a wallet base. Basically, it's a payment handler that also does processing. So it's not only credit cards. You can pay with your PayPal account, and they have this wallet, and then you can pay with that wallet. So this is kind of a hush hush money, as Mike calls it. It's money that you're happy to spend, and you don't have to kind of explain to your partner why you spend that money on things online. So he explained on the Groovathon on Thursday, on the session on Thursday, where he was explaining GrooveSell. And when you're using Groove like a credit card payment processor and also PayPal, that conversions just rise up. I believe the number he mentioned was 13 to 15%, because people are more confident using PayPal sometimes. So I would definitely recommend using both GroovePay and PayPal. But yes, free members can also sign up for PayPal. We also have members that don't even use Groove, that use GroovePay. So there's that. For Groove members version 2, I created a course in the wrong membership. How can I transfer this to the correct membership, or am I forced to recreate from scratch? Just rename your membership could be probably the easier thing. Or if you already have another membership created, I would understand. But I would suggest not to do anything right now. We are in the testing phases of the global course section. So the new access levels will have an option to add courses for an access level in a membership, which means that you go into your membership and you say, okay, I want this and this and this course in this membership. So the courses will be kind of external, and then your membership will be here, and you can put, okay, I want this course, I want this course, and I want this course. So you can actually use courses globally and put them into multiple different memberships. So that's coming within this this week most probably, or the beginning of next week. We have been testing it out and we found some things we need to kind of fix, but that's like it's almost being published, so you may want to wait for that before creating it from scratch. Ray has a question. My integration stopped working and it doesn't show when I want the link to pop up, only other options. I have deleted it and linked back, but it still doesn't show. Ray, there's not much I can do for you right now. Please reach out to support. They will need to look into it. You ignored my question last week about the mega menu not working since the migration. I have seen it right now. There was no question. Sometimes the YouTube doesn't show up the questions. You may have posted a link or something that just didn't show. But I do not ignore questions. Like I literally click one by one by one by one. So I rarely miss questions. So yeah, I saw the mega menu and I will report it right now. Can I restore my Groove page if I delete anything in the page when I already saved? Yes, you can go back to revisions. All right, so here, if you go to settings and then you click revisions, you will be able to go back to a previous version of your site. So you have here the different versions, the date and time. So you can just click on the different icon and see how it looked in the past. And if you like this version, then you can just click use this version. And then it's going to actually refresh and use that version. There we go. I only ever use a list container. Thanks for the shortcut and the update for new builder. My pleasure. Are the images or text movable with GroovePages? Yes, everything is movable. Like it's click and drag and drop. All right, so it's 1 hour 55 minutes. I'm going to be wrapping up because I really need to drink some water. My mouth is super dry right now. So yeah, that has been a long Q&A, lots of questions. Hopefully I managed to help you guys out. If you have any more questions in terms of you are considering upgrading, or you don't know what to do, you don't know how to start out, please let us know your questions on support. We are more than happy to help you out. If you are still in the kind of a figuring out of Groove, please just join our community and ask around. Just search for different questions you may have in your head. There is a search bar in also Facebook and YouTube and Google. We are everywhere on Google as well. So yeah, try to find your answers. Most probably they were answered on Q&As like this or in the Facebook group already. So if you have something you're stuck, please find the answers first. If you cannot find anything, then just ask. Like, we are always there, happy to help. All we want is for you to get successful. The more successful you guys are, the more successful we are, and then the more devs we can get to develop more stuff for you, so you can get even more successful. And then this is how it works out. So hopefully that helps. And yeah, we are going to do another Q&A on Wednesday and another one on Friday. So if you have missed out or you want to ask me something directly, I'm going to post a Q&A post inside Facebook, so you can comment in the comments below that Facebook post, so you don't have to actually wait out the live stream. I'm going to be going into the comment section, answering those questions first, and then answering the live questions. So you don't even have to be here. Just put in your questions and you're good to go. So that is everything. If you haven't watched the webinar yet, make sure that you watch the webinar. Especially this week, we have a new webinar coming out that you may not want to miss out. It's something regarding to the people that want to run agencies, or that want to maybe even white label Groove. So definitely check out the webinars. You really want to be part of it. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I will leave with a little bit of groovy music. So let's just hear the Groove song one more time. See you on Wednesday, guys. Bye-bye.